Injured employee complexity factor models, it's something we've been working on diligently with our advanced analytics teams, and it's looking at chronic pain with medications, and then barriers that come about from psychosocial issues that the injured employee is experiencing since the injury has occurred. So when someone gets injured on the job, all of a sudden their financial stability is disruptive. So they're worried about their paycheck. How am I going to pay my rent or my mortgage? Also, they may not be able to do their activities of daily living. If they have a toddler, they may not be able to hold them if they have a shoulder injury. So all these things happen. If they have a more severe injury, they may be afraid to go back to work because of that piece of machinery that injured them. So there's all sorts of things that go on when somebody has an injury. And so when you think about the whole person, you have to treat the whole person and not just the physical injury, because what's going on in their mind is impacting their recovery. And then depending on the factors that happen, then we may be adding a virtual reality component to it, which helps address some of those psychosocial issues. And so what the virtual reality does, it immerses that person when they put in the goggles and directs them to the type of apps that are already preloaded. All these apps have been found to really impact the receptors that are in your brain and how that makes a difference of reorganizing your thought process, but your pain is really controlled by your brain. Even though you may feel it in your hand, it's your brain connected to the nerves that's really driving that. So it's retraining your brain and your thought processes and how you respond. We ask them to do this on at least 5 out of 7 days of the week, and it's usually typically about 8 weeks, 9 weeks in length. And by the end of that, we actually say they graduate from the program. And so that's where you get to really see what the injured person, how they've experienced it, how they've helped. And they have said that the VR technology has been very beneficial, helping them with their activities of daily lives, getting back to doing things with their family, getting also back to work, where they're not afraid to go back to work. Very important to see what they're saying subjectively back to us and how this has helped. And it's another component where, our claim reps are busy, the nurse case managers are focused on the treatment plan and that kind of thing. This is another avenue that gives our injured employees who need it, when they need it, access to more tools that can really help them through a tough time. And by going through this earlier in the life of the claim, we're hoping we will decrease the length of the claim, the duration of how long that claim stays open.